Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to episode 33 of the Hawkcast. 2023 is almost over, and yet I still don't feel very different.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the things in the world you could have said to that, you say, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
My face is a good representation of how I have been just looking at 2023. Just, ain't that a bitch?
My actions before the podcast are pretty much what sums up my 2023. I did a lot of this last minute. Basically, I had Rando find some cursed Christmas picture. Like, all of this was like 30 minutes before the podcast, by the way. And then I told MN to give me his picture, and then I photoshopped a Santa hat onto it. And then I just adjusted some stuff because Discord constantly updating its UI is screwing with everything on OBS. So that's that. Yeah, so since the last podcast, I've been through some shit. I believe I mentioned some of it on the last one, which I'm not really going to go into, but a lot of drama happened. Wasn't fun. But I did get to spend time with my family for Thanksgiving, which was really nice. And I also got to go on the Polar Express again, which was fun as always because, hey, free hot chocolate and cookies.
Mm-hmm. Hot chocolate and cookies. And that's always a thumbs up for me.
Yeah. I need to get myself a coffee maker or something so I can have more hot chocolate, because I'm not going to stick a bowl of water in the fucking microwave. And I'm not going to wait for however long it takes to boil water on the stove just to have a cup of hot chocolate.
Why do you use water? Use milk.
What?
Warm up some milk in the microwave, pour in the chocolate powder, hot chocolate. At least that's how I do it.
You can use milk?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Neither of you know this?
I don't know. The way I've always done it, back at home was, we had this Keurig coffee maker, and, we wouldn't put anything in, like, little slot, we just have it filled with water, and, we'd put a cup, or, like, for me, I get those, like, those Swiss Miss packets. I don't know if you guys do the same or something else.
Yeah.
I dump that into the cup, and then put the cup on the coffee maker, let it pour the hot water into it, then just stir it, and then there you go, hot chocolate.
For us, we just, filled the cup like halfway or almost to the top. I don't quite remember how we did it. But we'd fill up the cup with milk, and we just throw it in the microwave for 40 seconds, get it nice and warm, nice and hot, pour in the hot chocolate powder, and just stir it around. And bada bing, bada boom.
I see you look in the chat. Here it is about, God, us being Americans, I don't know what it is in Celsius, but it's like, I think about 40-something degrees Fahrenheit, which is not too, yeah, it is, oh, okay, yeah, it's 44 degrees Fahrenheit, which, I don't know what that is in Celsius, I am sorry. But I guess our topic right now is Christmas related stuff.
It is 4.5 degrees Celsius where you are.
Yeah, my phone doesn't know how to convert shit.
Ha.
My Siri has been acting strange recently to where she thinks I say like something completely different to to what I actually say, and this happens on and off. So like I'll be like, give me directions to Safeway, and I'll get directions to a gas station.
That's toasty right there, 104.
That's the temperatures I used to live in before I moved to my own house. Normal temperatures back when I lived with my parents were, and I remember this at least, around 43 degrees Celsius, which is, for all you Americans, 110 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
I say all you Americans as if I'm not one of them.
Nah, you're a Canadian.
No, this year, knock on wood, has been significantly better than last year in terms of snowfall, because last year's they said it started snowing in like November. We have only had 2 light snowfalls so far, both of which happened this month.
Yeah.
Oh god, sunburn is something I am not missing. But yeah, since we're on the topic of Christmas, has anyone gotten decorations set up yet?
No.
No.
Am I really the only one?
Yes.
What is wrong with you people? Am I the only festive one here?
Probably.
Damn!
Again, you had to get me to get this image and made him in a Christmas hat. Yorbus.
Well, that was just that was unrelated. I just wanted to put Christmas pictures in here for some reason.
Yes, that's you being festive. That's something that we are not.
Well, you guys are stupid.
No, we're busy.
Hold on. I guess I'll send my I've changed it. I've added more stuff to it since then, but this is what my tree looks like, and we're just gonna ignore the very cursed picture that's in the chat, as this one takes forever.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Hold on, let me take it off of the internet. There we go. Now it's sent. Yes, that is my tree. With a nice little Polar Express at the bottom.
Oh, that is a very depressed tree.
Listen.
We had a tree like that in the apartment complex.
Listen, I bought it at Family Dollar, and I didn't want a giant-ass tree for the first year in in my own house, so that's what I went with. And plus,
that's just a very depressed tree. I don't know.
You're a depressed.
It's made out of plastic.
Also, you shouldn't be talking, Emmett. You didn't put up anything.
I don't have anything up. I have a gorgeous tree if I wanted to put it up.
Then do it. No, it's fine. I don't care what other people do. I just give everyone a hard time. Oh, speaking of decorating, though, I wanted to share this. Look at what they did to the Queen Mary.
Oh, that's neat.
They I saw some other pictures that apparently aren't saved on my phone anymore. The lights change colors. At one point they were green, and then another they were like a mixture of like white and blue or something. But I don't remember them doing this before. unless I'm just too young to remember, but it's really pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
I tabbed back on OBS to our default screen, and I see you changed.
Yes. I told you the second you showed the chat, this will happen.
Oh,
And here
well,
we
yeah,
are.
I suppose you did, but yeah. So I in terms of decorating, I've like added a couple in-house decorations, not that much. I have like this really old like wooden tree calendar that my parents let me have because they don't want it anymore, and basically it has all these little pieces in it, and every day of December you put one piece on the tree starting from the bottom, and you go all the way up till the 24th, and then you put the last piece on Christmas Eve, and then the star on the top is supposed to represent like Christmas Day. It's just a fun little thing to do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I lost my train of thought.
Happens to the best of us.
Oh lordy, I am getting a call. You two might have to take over for a moment.
No.
You like jazz? Golly. Well, pal, how's your last month been?
Tiring. Because Scouts is tiring.
Oh dear.
One of our Scout members is like very picky about how things are done, even though
Yeah.
they're being done perfectly fine, and it's like, why?
They are
Why
basically
are
one of the
you
people that are
doing
like my way or the highway.
basically?
Yeah.
And they're just today we were calling them to see what we needed to do for my Eagle Scout project, what else I needed to do, which wasn't much.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to do my first aid merit badge, and we were talking about getting our because we need to do. Well, the last thing I need to do is take a look at the troops medic bag, and we were talking to him, and then all of a sudden he brought up, "Why are you being so selfish?" Even though we try to invite someone to do the exact same thing that we're doing, basically. We literally were trying to get another Boy Scout that needed the merit badge done into the day. And then he brings up, why are you being so selfish? When we're clearly not. We are literally trying to.
You're trying to help a fellow scout, and they're just not.
And then they're like, hey, why are you being selfish? Just like, what? Hey?
We are here to help.
It's weird.
Oh, it is how it goes.
It's like, I'm literally trying to help you. Well, I'm literally trying to help the other scout, and he's like, yeah. You're being selfish. Just like, hey,
What do you mean?
what do you mean, bro? I'm not being selfish at all.
Honestly, though, I can agree with you that the last month for me has also been quite tiring. We've gotten new aircraft in. We've had some aircraft come and go that weren't too bad, but this new aircraft is a fucking bitch. It's a Lancer 320, which is, it's basically a kit aircraft. It's home built, so you know that there's going to be problems with it. Half the electronics don't work because the fuel lines that the guy used deteriorated away. One of them was completely fucking gone whenever we pulled it apart. So you have a bunch of electronics that have just been sitting in water and gas, and radios are cooked. It's a whole mess.
God.
Flaps don't work, which flaps help you land. They slow you down, give your aircraft more lift. You kind of need those if you want to land, especially in an aircraft like this. Also, today we did a gear swing on it because it has a retracts. And it sprung a hydraulic leak. So that's a new problem we have to fix. Because all the hydraulic lines are bad. They're falling apart. I had to go underneath the fucking plane with one hand, just slam a gear down in order to lock it. That way we could get it off the jacks. Joyful. All right, Shadow, we've run out of interesting things. Come back, please.
Yes.
Nah, he can take his time with the call. I get it. Well, Luke, if it wasn't obvious, I work on aircraft, and yeah, that's about it.
I go to school.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
goes to school.
That's amazing.
Goes to school and works on farm. There we go.
So sorry, I normally never do that, but it was from HR from work, so I had to take it.
I got you.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Did you tell them what I did?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Sorry. If I didn't mean to interrupt, if you were still saying something.
Nah, go ahead.
Well, my job is I work for the railroad. I'm not going to say specifically which one for privacy purposes, but as of right now, and actually this is some big news. Currently I'm with the track crew, so we basically do everything that involves keeping the rails in good condition and stuff like that. But that phone call that I was just on, they said that my transfer has been accepted into the next position, which will be it's basically like they're the ones that prepare the train overnight so that it's ready in the day or in the morning for the next run. So it's gonna be severely screwing up my schedule. So I'll be like sleeping through half of the day probably or something. But it's a step up to getting,
third shift, baby.
It's a step up to getting to engineer. So I'm not sure if it's 100% yet, but that's what I was told. So hell yeah, boys.
So
Yeah.
From what you've said, my understanding is that you basically just do an inspection of the train while it's still
not just inspection. Throughout the night, we have to refill everything, like all the pumps. We have to drain the waste tanks, check the air brakes, everything.
Oh, okay.
Take out trash. Just make the train look brand new in the morning, kind of.
Well, as new as you can.
And just, yeah. So
if there's corrosion on it, you can't do much about that.
It's quite ironic, though, that this happens as I have the literal reason that this all started in the first place as my profile picture.
Yeah.
To think that if my parents had not shown me 2 movies during my childhood, I would probably have completely different interests. I'm sure just by looking at my channel and my profile picture right now, you can guess what those 2 are.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Well, I guess I gotta remember that more than like 90% of the world can't even see my Titanic video because Fox blocked it in every country except the U.S. So I get comments occasionally saying like, "Why haven't you made a Titanic video?" I'm like, "I have. You just can't see it because Fox is stupid."
Fox said, copyright. And here we are.
It's funny to me though how like so many like third party companies or like big companies out there treat my channel as if it's monetized when it isn't. I'm still getting
It's because YouTube can still run ads on it.
I'm still getting like sponsorship offers in my emails almost daily, and it's like I'm not monetized. I can't be, and I don't really want to be because I'm not intending to make this like a job or anything. I just do this for fun. That's why I don't upload much. I just put stuff that I make whenever I decide I want to finish them. I don't really do a schedule thing anymore. Same thing with streaming. I do it because it's fun. But YouTube
What's
has
the
other
point in
ideas.
anything if you don't enjoy it?
Exactly. Well, speaking of streaming, I can finally say that I am, after, what has it been, like 5 or 6 months, I'm finally more than halfway done with the Amnesia marathon.
Good job.
I played fully through 2 custom stories today. 2 of them I had to skip over because I ran into this bug that had never happened to me before, where there's parts in the game where it does that like that that I don't know what the word is, but like the thing where it forces you to look at a specific point. And like if you try to look away, it'll just force you to keep looking at it. It's supposed to only do that for like a brief period for events that happen, but it just kept doing it continuously and didn't stop. So I was stuck looking at a specific point, no matter where I went, and it made the game pretty much impossible to play. So I just skipped 2 of them, and now I've got 3 more custom stories to do. Before I circle back to do Dark Descent on hard mode and then end it off with Bunker again on hard mode, which is gonna be hell.
I have a tip. Don't die.
That's gonna happen a lot. Also, I'll
Well,
get
just
to your,
say no use. Slap down the Uno.
I'm not ignoring you, Luke. By the way, I'll get to your comment in a minute. But you see, I already did that, Rando. So there was this part where I was stuck on for a good like 20 minutes trying to figure out what to do next, and there was this giant pit, like of just a void, where like a bridge once was that just collapsed. And without even thinking, I just walked forward and just fell. I knew there was nothing there. But in my brain I was like, I'm sure it's just dark and there's stairs that go down there. No, I just walked off the edge and died.
Good job.
I'm gonna have to find that.
That's all I can say about that. Good job.
Going to your comment, Luke, when my parents first allowed me to watch Titanic, minus the scene we all know about, I was like 5, and I jokingly say that was their biggest mistake they ever made was letting me watch Titanic, because that is my number one fixation, and it has been ever since. You literally need to just walk into my room, and the first thing you'll see is like several giant pictures of Titanic, and then my huge ass Lego Titanic that's behind me on my desk. And that's all you need to see, and you'll be like, he likes Titanic.
I got my main interest from watching movies. Got my interest in aircraft from watching Aviator. Got my interest in boats from watching Titanic. And got my interest in racing from watching Cars.
What about you,
literally
Evan?
just love racing.
Not sure. I guess me playing a bunch of first-person shooters made me like guns and stuff.
That was me watching Brandon Herrera. I was sort of like, 50-50 on, guns. And then I started watching Brandon and Donut in like 2020. And now I'm just like, give them all to me.
For me, I think the first ones I watched was Demolition Ranch and Hickok 45. But I mostly got
Demo.
I wasn't I'm not like big on guns, though I do want to have like a small gun collection. I've already started on one. Because I'm now legally old enough to do pretty much anything, I guess, according to America. And
give me 2 years and my gun broker addiction will start.
You'll just have a whole safe already.
Yep. Not Liberty though. They give out to the feds, and I ain't about that life.
Yeah. And I guess it's obvious, but I'll mention the other movie that got my interest was The Polar Express. That's what started my whole love for trains. It's in its entirety, and it's the reason why I'm working for the railroad now, because I want to become an engineer and actually operate a locomotive. Whether it can be a steam engine one day, that's a maybe, but just any locomotive. I already know a decent amount about, especially the ones that we run here where I work. I know a decent amount about how to operate them already, and I don't even have the position yet. That's what 300 plus hours of Train Simulator will do to you. You got into Britannic because of this channel. Well, I'm glad. My Britannic video is still going strong. I have a love-hate relationship with the video because, I hate that it's the Britannic movie because of how inaccurate it is. But I love it because it's brought so many people to my channel to see my editing skills and how the type of interests I have and stuff. And of course this stupid podcast that we still do.
Mm-hmm.
And I still laugh at the fact that somebody thought that I copied that I think 15-year-old video now of someone who did another Britannic Sleeping Sun video, but it was a different version of the same song. And also, they used, so many different clips from the Lusitania documentary, while mine was very obviously different.
Yeah.
It's it's not... you can't exactly copy someone when you're using the same exact movie. Minus the fact that I didn't put Lusitania into it. Now, on the other hand, I still have I have like 300 and still counting 300 copies of my video that are just straight up re-uploads that people are just putting up there. And occasionally I just go in and be like, you, delete. The ones that get like no views, I usually leave alone. It's when they start to get like into the thousands that I'm like, okay, you need to like not.
You need to leave.
And I've said this before, like if like it's not that I'm trying to say like don't make a Britannic video. What I'm saying is don't screen record mine.
Don't copy and paste.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't copy and paste it. Just like it's like just put. I literally make all my videos on iMovie, which is a free app on your iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, I don't know what to tell you. But you
can
like
get screen recorders from the Google Play Store pretty easy.
iPhones just have
Most
screen
of them are
recording in as a feature on the phone itself. And like all you need to do is just like you can just screen record different scenes from the movie or like any movie. And then you could put Sleeping Sun in there if you want for some reason, or you could put like a completely different song in there, and then you could just edit them however you like. That's making your own video. But most people think it's just okay to just completely, like Emmett said, copy and paste mine and then upload it. And then I have one person go as far as emailing me to my personal email and being like, hey, why did you take down my video? And I was like, because you literally copied it.
You just yada yoink, yada paste.
And you're like, YouTube keeps like giving me notifications randomly that it's like, you have more copyright content detected or whatever, something like that. Speaking of my videos,
people see big number.
What?
They see big number and they're like, I want peace.
Yeah. Speaking of big numbers, though, my own Britannic video has surpassed the official Sleeping Sun music video. Last time I checked, the Sleeping Sun video had 50 million views or something, while actually no, I think it was, God, and I can't remember. I'm gonna have to check now, but anyways, before I'll circle back to that in a moment while I try to look it up. But the one thing that I'm kind of bummed about is I liked the idea of making like a Christmas themed video every year. The problem is the only real interest I had was the Polar Express, and I already did that, and I'm very happy with the way that turned out. And now I'm just kind of like stuck. I've halted my work on the Halloween video because it's way past Halloween right now. And the one song that I've been still working on is just being a real pain because the tempo is just slightly off. And I can't find the right spot to where it'll match the two songs I'm trying to merge up. So I just kind of gave up on it for a little bit, but it's pretty much 80% done. So that's the next video that's probably gonna come out, but I just don't really have anything Christmas themed anymore. Oh God, I was giving them too much credit. The official video has 31 million views. Mine has 51 million.
It'd be like that.
It's also like I was curious and I went to check on I logged out and I just typed in Britannic and it's one of the first things that show up. I'm like, oh, great! I've been recognized. And I bet you the boys over at like THD or Ocean Liner Designs and probably seen it pop up or like, oh God, not this thing. So I know how much everyone hates Sleeping Sun. Even I hate it. But I made the video just because I wanted to, and I didn't expect it to get popular. So,
How it goes.
going back to what I was talking about before, I had to take that call, all Christmas stuff. I have only put up like a couple decorations inside my house. I'm not doing anything outside. Maybe next year, and it wouldn't be too many things. Like, I'm not huge about decorating, like, to where it's like, oh, there's lights everywhere and like everyone's gonna look at the house. It's just like, I just want to put something up, so that like when you walk by, it's like, oh yeah, it's Christmas. And for me, that's just the tree. Besides, I'm not even gonna be at my house for Christmas. I'm gonna be with my family, so. But I am curious, what do you guys usually, like, apart from spending time with family, do you guys have any, like, fun traditions you do on Christmas?
Not really.
We normally drive up to Indiana to visit other family members. We're not doing that this year. That's something that we, try and do.
Yeah, for me, it's, pretty much, I don't know how long it's been going since before I was born, but since I was born, every single year up to now, on Christmas Eve, like all of our immediate family and some like other parts of the family go to my grandparents' house, and we have dinner and then open some presents there, and then we go home Christmas morning. Since my family is religious, we go to church in the morning. Then we come back. We open presents with just our immediate like family, like mom, dad, siblings, brother-in-law, stuff like that. And then usually we'll have like my brother-in-law's family come over, and then we open some extra presents, and then just kind of hang out until everyone leaves, and then after that it's just the kind of sad aftermath of Christmas, as I like to call it.
Back into feeling, oh, it's the new year. Oh wait, nothing's changed. Okay, let's continue living.
It's funny to me, like, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, New Year's, we have another holiday to celebrate in like 5 days, and I'm like, New Year's is like nothing to me.
Yeah.
People are like, I'm gonna stay up until midnight so I can have a beer or two. I'm like, I'm going to bed, it's 9 o'clock. Fuck you.
It's another day.
When I used to work at
At least that's
I used to work at Topgolf last year. I purposefully God, if my parents ever listen to this, which I don't know if they still do, but they're gonna hate me for this, but I made myself sick because I had to work. I went to work on New Year's Day, and you know how that is at a place that people go to for entertainment. So I literally made myself sick so I could go home, because I was also working the night shift when everyone was coming in. The line was outside. It was that bad. And where was I that day? In the lobby, where I have to sign everyone in.
Oof.
So I...
That's all I can say to that, Captain. Just oof.
So I literally made myself sick so I could go home, because I was not... I could not deal with that. I was getting yelled at left and right here. I was there for like 2 hours, and I had just gotten so fed up with it. I'm like, forget this. I have never seen so many rude people before.
Yeah.
That, honestly, I say I hate my job now, but if I would much rather have what I have now than go back to Top Call. Hell, I'd rather go back to working at the dollar store.
I enjoy my job. I can never go back to the Zack Shack.
I don't enjoy my job at the moment, but I keep telling myself it'll it'll be worth the pain in the end, because hopefully all that hard work will get you to being where you want to be.
Well, I mean, right now you're doing MOW work. That's not very fun. If you enjoy MOW, that you are quite literally a sadist.
No, I hate maintenance of ways so much.
Me, I'd probably enjoy it because entertainment.
Dude, trust me, if you somehow ended up getting the same job that I currently have, that alone would make it like 100 times better than it already is. And it's
You
not
can
that
guarantee
it's
that
not
I
that
just walk up to you, go bonk.
like it. I mean, we've known each other for like almost 6 years, I think. So
Yeah.
I mean, I have my roommate to work with, which is nice. But I've only known him for a little less than a year.
Mm-hmm.
So, and most of the time we just kind of do our own thing. We don't really, well, it's not like we don't like acknowledge each other. We talk every now and then, at least a couple times, or at least once a day whenever he like comes home from work, because he works constantly. So most of the time he's not even here, but we don't really like. He's kind of in his own little like workplace mood whenever he's at work, and then I'm just me. And it's just it doesn't feel the same as having someone that you've known for however long and knows exactly like how you work, basically. It's much different that like having someone like that in your workplace versus someone that you only have known for about a year. Now again, I don't. It's not that I don't. It's not that I hate anybody that I work with. Well, maybe like one person, um, but it's just I don't. Like we do too. They do too much work, and not there's not enough appreciation for it. And also, our boss expects us to do way more than a group of like 6 people can do in a day.
It'd be like that. Management is what usually turns people away from jobs.
Yeah, management here kind of sucks, but it's not terrible. It's way better than some other places that I've seen or heard about. But there's some spots that are just like, why?
I know at Zaxby's. Oh.
You first.
I know at Zaxby's where I used to work, we had 2 chill managers. Actually, no. Most of the managers were chill, except for the store manager, the big one. The one that runs the entire store. She was a fucking prick.
Yeah. That was kind of how it was when I worked at the dollar store. We're gonna skip the whole original management team that ended up walking out on me, but the one that I worked with for most of the time that I was there, I think it was like a year and 6 months I worked there.
Mm-hmm.
The the in-store manager, like the one that's always there.
Yeah.
She and I still go and say hi to her sometimes when I'm in the area, and we're friends on Facebook as well. But
Yeah.
like she's really sweet. She is kind of the get shit done kind of person, but like she's nice and uh but she's also like she doesn't take bullshit from customers. So like if they get like angry, she's like, "Okay, you need to do this and get out." kind of thing. And
Yeah.
then
Our store
there's
manager won't do that.
and then there's like
You
the
have a number. Just give the fucking customer whatever they wanted.
yeah.
So that manager right there is a lot better than what we had.
Yeah. But the like head manager or whatever you want to call it that like ran all of like the
Yeah.
stores in the area was a major pain in the ass. And like if like she was as strict as like you were not allowed to put things on the windows. Like even like flyers for like say like lost dog or something like that. It's like nope. And we even had to, because apparently people don't know how to read the door and that says pull on it and try to push the door in, which continuously breaks it. We put a paper up that says pull on it. And like just big letters, pull. And apparently she didn't like that and she told us to get rid of it. And then the door broke like 2 weeks later.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
But like what's nice to know is that like if for some reason my life just went completely down the drain and I like lost my job or my house or whatever, I could go back there because I left such a good impression on them that they were like, you can come back here and start working again anytime. So it's like, fuck yeah, I'll do that. They even said I could become a manager if I ever come back. How fun would that? Back when the offer initially came up, I was like, no, forget that. I don't want to get yelled at. But now that I've been through all this shit, I'm like, yeah, I want to get yelled at. I want to yell at some people.
I want to stand up for my underlings. Tell customers to go fuck off.
Oh, trust me, I almost said that to some lady. Unfortunately, you're not allowed, and I'm pretty sure it's like this for every like retail place. You're not allowed to talk back to the customers or stuff like that. You're supposed to just deal with their bullshit. But you know me, and I'm not very good at not saying what's on my mind.
Same here.
So, most of the time I just sort of like mutter it to where they can't hear it. But there was one time where I almost like just snapped at a woman and was like, "Get the fuck out of here! I'm not gonna help you if you're gonna treat me like this."
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm not, in retail or like, in the customer service. Because I will snap on people.
Oh yeah,
I will hold that job for a
when I was going through that period of like uncertainty of whether or not I could even get the position that I want to transfer to, like they were like, an option we have is you could go into customer service. I'm like, the fuck, I'm not.
No.
Obviously, I didn't say it like that.
Been
but
down that road, it only leads to depression.
I would rather I would rather go back to retail than sit in an office and talk on a phone at angry people all day. I already kind of do that with you two.
Well, there's a difference. You're talking with strangers, and then you're talking with friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Strangers will just yell at you to be mean. We yell at you because we're friends.
I thought you were
We
gonna...
yell at you because it's
I'm so glad you didn't say because we love you, because then that was gonna be a whole other thing. We yell at you because we love you. Hey, yo, what the fuck?
No. According to Pyro, it's canon, though.
It's what?
It's canon according to Pyro.
But I like women, not men. Thank you very much.
Pyro makes a difference.
Pyro doesn't have a say in the matter.
Hold on.
Oh no.
Don't
Pyro, where are you?
don't.
I wonder if they're online.
Don't add them to. I don't think they are online, actually.
No. They're not.
Thank God.
Makes me sad. I'm going to yell at Pyro one day and just say, confirm. And they will know.
Excuse me. Yeah, so we're not going to talk about Pyro. Because talking about Pyro summons them. And,
Why do you think I started?
Next question, anyway. You know, I mean... What... I guess as we approach the end of the episode here, what are your thoughts on 2023 overall?
Tiring.
Only good part has been Lethal Company.
I've heard a lot about Lethal Company,
And hanging out with
I have
you a lot.
not. I have not looked into it yet, other than what I've seen on the internet. Ugh.
You should. I dropped a thing.
Also, I'm gonna second you on that, MN. Very tiring. I've almost died like twice.
Hey, welcome to the
Actually, no,
club.
3 times. Yeah, 3 times. I've almost died. I mean, for me, it was fairly good, though, because I got started on my career path, working towards it. I moved out of my parents' house at a very young age compared to most people nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm already living in my own house, and I have my, a roommate as well. I've become almost a full-fledged adult. The last thing I need to do is do taxes for the first time, which I'm not looking forward to.
It's not that bad.
No, just do tax evasion.
I do legal tax evasion.
What do you mean legal
What is it
tax
being a-
evasion?
Being a 1099, you can get a whole lot of tax write-offs if you know what to look for. So, in theory, if I, get the right tax write-offs, I could, pay like $2 in taxes this year, even though I've made, probably close to 12,000, 13,000.
Boy, you better hope the FBI ain't listening to this podcast.
Well, it's true. It's literally something that the IRS has if you know how to look for it and what to do with it. It ain't
Fair
all
enough.
that hard.
But yeah,
Contract work. Yeah.
Did you just say on track?
I said contract, not on track.
I was gonna say, if you said on
There's a
track, I'm
C
going
in
to
there.
run you over with something that is on the track.
It's Amtrak for that.
I don't even think Amtrak runs through here anymore.
Probably for the best, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I would. You know what I should do for. I should have done it for this year, but since it's already the end of the year, it's kind of too late for that. But maybe for next year, by the end of 2024, I should have like a video. With like compiling a bunch of funny podcast moments from the year.
Mm-hmm.
Just do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking about the idea of like uploading the clips that we get from like our games and stuff, but I just haven't done anything about that yet. Because at some point I'm going to need to clear all these clips off of my computer.
Get USB. Throw it into USB. Job done.
I'm too lazy for that.
It's so simple.
Also,
How?
I don't have I think the main reason is I don't have the USBs that I have only like maybe 4 gigabytes max of space on them. So that would not be
How
enough.
many clips do you have?
Well, for Gary's mod, I want to say over 800. I have not gone through them in a whole while.
Gigabytes?
Gigabytes? No, not gigabytes.
You're telling me
I'm not talking about like storage space. I'm talking about how many videos.
Oh, okay.
I have over 800 videos of just Gmod. That's not including everything else.
I was about to say, like, a 4 gig USB, that's a good bit of space right there.
Yeah, that could probably fit
I
like
remember 100 megabyte.
that could probably fit some of the GTA clips, but I don't know.
Well, 1 gigabyte is 1,000 megabytes. Each one of those clips is around 50 to 60 megabytes. You can fit a lot of them in there.
Most of them are over 60, from what I'm seeing. Over 60 megabytes.
Let me see. Properties. Damn, I don't know how you got 60. Any clip that I've recorded so far is like 30 megabytes.
Could it
almost
be
40.
because they're extremely old clips from like over a year ago? Or is that just...
I think it might be something with how you're capturing it, to be honest.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I think it's because if I scroll down to more recent videos, they're like, some of them are up to 60, but others are like 37 or 50. But the older videos are from like over a year ago, or 60 plus.
I have a recent one that's at 14 megabytes for ground branch.
I don't know what my most recent... Actually, I do, but I'm not going to bother to find it. Because it is time to wrap things up. No pun intended. Actually, you know what? Pun intended.
Yeah. Okay, back into Elf I go.
Just want to say thanks, everyone, for the wonderful 2023. even though it wasn't as wonderful as it should have been. Thanks to you two for still sticking around with this stupid podcast for another year.
It's fine.
I feel like we're gonna be like in our 30s and still doing this thing.
Oh dear.
It's gonna be just
Oh
as
dear, that's a long time away.
it's gonna be just as cursed. Rando's still doing stupid profile pictures, and we're all just like, we all just like have a family or some shit.
Time to become creaky.
I think I'm already going there. My wrist has been pretty creaky the last few weeks.
And that's just from working. You're really getting creaky when you're just in constant pain. Now there's where you're getting it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's mostly from work. But anyways,
Yeah.
we'll see what 2024 is going to be like.
Hopefully better than this.
But I'm sorry to say we won't be streaming again until next year. Aha, funny. Anyway, now that I got that out of the way, join us next month. Either in the first week or second week of January for the next episode of the podcast. Since YouTube has removed advanced features from my channel for some reason, I now have to say the links that were normally in the chat. So, if you want to find me off of YouTube, you can find me mostly at twitch.tv/shadowhawk_productions, where I occasionally stream games. I'm going to be streaming more Amnesia tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet. So if you want to come and hang out there, it'd be wonderful to see you, because it's usually pretty dead. If you want to join the Discord, that's also dead. For pretty much the only reason I use it now is to notify people when I'm live. The Discord link is on the homepage of my YouTube channel, and my Twitter, yes, I'm still calling it Twitter, fuck you, is Shadowhawk227, capital S, capital H. I don't know if the capitals matter, but that's where you can find me.
It could be very simple if you just copy and paste it into the chat.
Throw it down in the comments.
It won't let me do that either. It just
idea. Now, hear me out. You can put the links onto the fucking screen, underneath like the title.
I was thinking about that, but I haven't had the time to work on that yet. So for the time being,
then work on it.
I'm having to improvise for now, because this happened like a week ago.
Too damn bad.
Time.
Exactly.
Not with my job, it ain't.
Mm-hmm. We spent 6.5 hours changing an alternator. I think you got time. Change an alternator on a Cessna 414. That was a fucking bitch. But well. It's done. It still didn't work, but it got done.
I'll tell you what, I'll have it done before the next podcast.
Good.
I tried to paste it into the description as well, but it just turns into like it makes it look like it's a link, but it does those like 3 dots where like it kind of shortens it so it's not too long. But that just turns into part of the link, so you can't like just copy it and then paste it. So it'll just be like twitch.tv/shadowhawk_prod ...
Yeah.
YouTube's being annoying.
You'll be fine.
I guess we'll find out
I
next year.
got faith.
To be continued.
Stop it. Stop with the next year jokes! Or do I need to snort?
Snort us into next year.
There. Happy? Now no more next year. For it is next year. Haha, we've gone forward a month. Hee 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 hoo 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 hoo.
Well, you see, the Polar Express is actually a time-traveling vehicle because it has a